drawn to a king. I could already be drawn dead in this spot. So, but I see the argument for trying to continue to tell the story that you're repping the ace high or the high spades for the draw.
Yeah, I think check is going to work maybe. So check. Yeah, you get to check. So both of us are right. Um, okay, check. Puts out a. I don't think we can describe this officially as a probe on flop. Puts out a small bet.
Maybe they hit their set and and they're not going to fold their set if they hit sevens, fours, tens. They're trying to extract some value that way. So I think it's best to go ahead and just give up on this board.
I agree. I
Oh,
think this
wow.
is. I want to forget. I don't think we get any check raises here, but I kind of like it. We do get check raises here.
Wow.
We get a lot of check raises here. Your fold is fine though, obviously, but it is zero. It's a zero XR.
Yeah, and that's me being the aggressive. I'm playing the what's the guy's name? The aggressive guy who's always on here. What's his name?
Sebs.
That happens.
Yes, yeah.
Sebs
So
is on here,
that's
but
what I'm
Sebs
saying.
on here, but he can't talk because I think he's ill.
Yeah,
Hey, Sebs.
and that's why I like his aggressiveness because that's getting more into my mindset now to put a check raise in here. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's a good play.
yeah.
I know what to work. Okay. So we now did this switch us?
Oh, we get donked into.
No, I'm not sure. Small blind raise. Now we are so every once in a while it's going to throw in here. Because of the positions, every once in a while it's going to throw in situation we are the caller. So you're the caller this time.
Okay, not the three better.
Correct. You are the
Got it.
three. You call it a three bet with your ace ten suit, and you get a B75
Got it.
with a significant amount of backdoor equity in an overcall.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Um, I am going to call here.
I think this is a call too. I think this is too much backdoor equity, and
Yeah, don't want to get fancy, get
SPR.
pushed off this hit. Yeah.
I don't think you can fold because I think there's enough implied odds here. All right, this is tough. I think you
Yeah,
call.
that's
What do you
such
think,
a
Joey?
huge bet.
Yeah,
We
you
have
Wow.
clean direct equity.
So I think, say it again.
We have clean direct equity. We love every
Yeah, we
queen.
have direct. Yeah, we have four outs.
Yeah, we got a call, but it's gross. It's
Okay,
just so
we're
Right.
gonna call.
No, we're not getting the. Um,
Yeah,
All right.
we're shook. We are shook. But we're
Yeah.
mostly
Yeah,
calling.
having the back door with it, it's just too hard to fold that.
All right,
yeah,
Yeah.
but we don't
before
have
you
the.
go on,
Uh-oh.
all right, before you click the button, one of our plans for calling here is to bet every time he checks.
It's the bet every time he checks.
On the turn, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me more about that.
All right, well, the original name when I first joined Jonathan's website was called Float to Turn. And this is exactly what that play is. You call in position against an out of position C bet, and you bluff the turn every time they check.
Yeah,
Got it.
he explained
It,
this
you,
in a small stakes poker book too. Yeah.
it used to be, I don't think it works as well as it did before, but with prior to COVID and prior to Solvers, that play worked
Where he
tons.
just floated with everything. So that's also a really good play against Donkers. Uh, you just float with everything because they're betting into the void. So they're going to often express they're going to identify the quality of their hand by their bet sizes as a dunker
Yeah.
in the SRP.
And now that he's capped himself,
And yeah, now he's checked. And you got
Okay.
top pair. What do you want to do, JL?
I think with this one right here, now the board's getting I mean, he could be checking back, with the lead night with Ace Jack. That's also a candidate in there. Now he's like turned to pair. I'm drawn to a queen, a black queen for the nuts here. So I want to get some equity out of here because he did check. He let out, then he checked. So, but then if I get checked raise here, I have to call, and that's a little bit uncomfortable.
It's a very weird line, right?
Yeah,
It's a very weird
uh,
line to polarize.
yeah.
Oh, but then one thing that Joey has been talking about in the last couple of days, which makes sense, is that this is an equity shifting card, right?
hmm No, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
It's extensively changed the nature of the board. So that is something to take consideration and might be driving his strategy. So what do you want to do? I missed it.
I
What do you
want to
want to do?
bet. I'm going to bet B20 on this one,
All
or
right, you want to bet
B33.
20 betting units, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You nailed it. Happy betting 20 betting units.
All right,
And
good.
yeah, so look at that. Disciplined, disciplined.
hmm
All right, we'll do two more, JL, and then we'll move on to
Let's go.
marked hands. So if anybody has marked hands, feel free to. Yeah. Oh no, we're not. We're going to go move to Matthew showing us a video.
Okay.
Matthew's still around? Still.
Earlier.
Okay, cool. Two more
Sorry,
hands, and then
something's not right. Wait a few minutes and try
we'll
setting up
take it from
again.
there.
You can also
All right,
try unplugging
so
your device and plugging it back in.
ignore my speaker in the background. All right, so here you
That's
are.
all
You
right.
are
The voice inside my head tells me the same thing all the time.
something is not right. Oh, wants to.
Yeah, they check a lot of their overpairs there in that spot under the gun.
Yeah, but you get to play this. You can play this at
hmm
1 out of 200 times. So
So it likes the bigger bet
yeah,
if we do bet.
yeah, that makes sense, Anna. I think this is a polarizing board, right? So we get to the overpairs, which are right here. And then you've got a range advantage, but then the nut advantage switches. So if we look at your strategy, check. So you're polarized. Well, no, that's fine. Just your combo wasn't doing it much. It's small betting here and doing checking. All right. Let's get back to. Okay, so now turn comes.
Turn comes now. Over overcard to the board. I could rep, ace king here. I'm supposed to have ace king here. Um,
Yeah, I think ultimately this card is good for you.
yes, this card is good for me. So I should be betting my king here. So I am going to bet it at 50%.
I think that's fine. I think well, what else? What does anybody else think? Does anybody else think about the sizing? What sizing would you use?
I gotta charge a little bit with the draws in there too as well. The flush
Yeah.
draw could maybe backdoor straight draws in there too.
Joey, what size would you use here? If you're still around. Joey
I
stepped
mean,
away.
it's kind of hard. Like, that card is so good. I think I want to bet with sizing down.
That's a good point. That's a
But
good point.
part of me wants to bomb this too,
Yeah.
because that card is so good for our range.
Right.
So I'm not really going to argue against the 50%.
Yeah, my gut's telling
I
me B
honestly don't know.
75, but I think B50 is going to be in the range too.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what size the solver's going to prefer because the king is so good for a range. It might be a range bet on the turn, which would drive the sizing down.
I'm on team
But yeah,
seven.
that's a good point. All right, so sorry, go ahead, Scotty.
I'm on team 75 with you. I'm hanging out there. Let's see what happens.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
let's see what
it
happens.
might be as much as the huge. Well, it is.
JL, you nailed it, dude.
You're
Nice.
probably doing range. That's why it's in the small.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just confirm that real quick.
Go ahead.
We won't do a deep dive here. We'll just confirm what our bet frequency is here. So I think Joey has a good point, as usual. And Joey's spot on. So we do a lot of betting here. We're only betting a quarter of our range. And that's these under pairs that want to get the showdown, mostly.
We're only checking a quarter of our range.
Yeah, sorry. Check. So, okay. So you nailed it, JL. Let me get the fold. All right.
Get the fold.
One more. Last one.
Last one. Let's go.
These are always
Ooh,
crazy interesting boards.
jeez, bro. Holy cow. All right. This is like the same setup, right? The 3-bet. Got it. On the button, hijack. Whew. All right. In my head, I'm thinking that like the only thing that should be continuing on this board should be like pocket kings, but I have the pocket kings, so even if they hit, jacks, tens, nines, they're kind of upside down with their full house because I got the bigger full house with aces full of aces or queens full of aces and kings here. So I am going to I'm going to check.
Okay. So I think, so I think we're gonna have checks here. But so you've got two hands that he doesn't that are the nuts here. Right? He very may
Yeah.
will have a queen. He's got
I
lots
think
of
the full house, I think whatever pair he has is going to be like I just call it the upside down full house. It's like my full house is always supposed to be better than the hijack's full house, supposed to be.
yeah. Yeah, you've got better
So
full houses.
yeah,
He doesn't
that's why I'm going to check to try to get them to do something stupid, but
yeah, that
I don't
makes
think I can
sense.
make a lot of money here by betting because they're probably going to fold out everything because I'm supposed to have the better full houses no matter what.
So I think he's got some ace trap at some
Yeah, yeah,
frequency,
yeah.
very low frequency, I think, in this configuration, but I think
Okay.
generally you have aces and kings and he doesn't. So I think crazy things happen on this board. I think that the solver's gonna have some B75s and B125s. I could be
Probably
wrong,
so.
but I think that happens on these boards.
Hmm.
Um, and I think it's gonna check too, so we'll check.
I don't
I
think we
mean,
have very much checking.
Okay,
in game, I would bet 33
okay.
because I think he just misses this so many times.
Yeah.
You generate all the folds.
Yeah.
I think you guys are more correct than I am right now. I'm trying to like I'm gonna take a little deeper approach than I would normally do
You've
here. But
got
like,
you've got a multi-street strat going on, Jim.
yeah. What's up?
I
You've
think
got a
we're all
multi-street strategy going on.
Yeah, I think we're all learning. Like, what's the probability of them having pairs versus unpaired hands? I think they're gonna have unpaired hands most of the time, and I assume.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and also we just have aces and kings for the money,
Hmm.
but they really don't have though.
Yeah.
But you can check. I mean, it's in there. You're still in the game. He checks back.
All right. So I should have bet. I checked, and so now I feel if I bet here, I'm probably gonna get check raise on this turn. So now I need to bet. So I'm going to bet small.
Okay.
33.
It wants to polarize here, which makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
it
So
was
it,
it
it
was a
checks.
polarize. Yeah,
He's capped his range, so
yeah.
it wants to generate folds.
Mm-hmm.
I would sometimes use a small bet here in game if I am committed to a two-street bluff. So I'd use small bet
Yeah.
here and then big bet on river. I
Brazilian.
generally think.
This was our opportunity for the Brazilian.
Oh, I tried. I've got a story about the Brazilian last
Oh no, we
yesterday.
can't. It's
I
a three
tried
bet
it.
pot. Doesn't count. Three bet pot. Never mind.
Okay, so we're gonna go. So I think solver like this one. So we're going to just be 125 because this breaks the solver. We get the fold from the 6-6.
Get the 6s to fold, yeah.
All right. So let's go to Matthew's. Matthew, you want to just share your screen? That's probably the best way to do it. It gets
Yeah,
a little
sure.
tricky, I think, with audio, but it might work. But guys, also, we've been going for an hour and 45 minutes. Do we want to take a break first? Or we want to power through? Let's take a 5-minute break.
Yeah,
And
I
then we'll
think
come-
we should take 5-minute break because you shouldn't stare at the screen too long without resting your eyes.
Yeah. So
Can
I'm going
you
to,
unshare your screen so I can just set it up during the break?
yeah, absolutely. I'm going to stop sharing. All right.